Roll Tide, baby. Here we go.
And we say happy Wednesday. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard of Ballard Sports Media coming at you live as college football approaches. We got some talking, some ranting, some raving, some predictions to make. We have a lot to do as college football fans. It's our duty to get on YouTube and to talk it up. So I figured I'd start a community hangout tonight. I appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. It says we got 2 watching right now, so I guess it sent out the notification and everything. I sent the link to a couple people. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Really would appreciate it. We are live exclusively on YouTube tonight here at Ballard Sports Media. Drop that StreamYard link if anyone wants to join. Feel free to. And we're going to use this background tonight. Hope everyone likes that. I don't know what it was, but I didn't want to go live on Facebook tonight. I'll still share the stream out on Facebook real quick. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay. It's funny, it brings up a community hangout that I did April 14th of last year. We went for almost 3.5 hours. Holy cow. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, I'm still working on the watch hours and everything, but at the same time, I don't really do it for all that. I just love talking ball with you guys. I love talking college football. I love chatting with you. I love making predictions, and especially want to do that tonight. I'm not ready to give score predictions, but like you could go about it looking at some games, looking at some schedules, talking up how are teams going to do, what teams are they going to lose to. If you want to come on here and give some score predictions, you absolutely can. That's fine. But at the same time, I say this, it's take it 1 week at a time with the predictions. I at least try to do that. I try to do that for sure. So let's see what schedules we could look at tonight. I'm done with the team previews. I hate that I didn't do all of the Power 4, but I don't know if anyone could actually accomplish that necessarily. I know that we try. I'm curious about Ole Miss. So Ole Miss, I don't know if I ever actually did a prediction for them. Let's look at them because if you notice, I got a picture from the Ole Miss Penn State Peach Bowl for the thumbnail. Check out their schedule for this year real quick because they don't play Alabama. Alabama dropped the Mississippi schools, them and State. So this is what they got this year. Let me check the comments real quick, see who we got. What's up, Daniel Barry? How you doing? Good to see you. Click that link. Join the show. We'd love to have you guys on. We got 4 watching right now. Furman, win. Middle Tennessee, win. Wake Forest, I'd be careful, but I would say a close win for Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a playoff team this year, no doubt, if they hit 10 wins. The losses, Georgia, that could be their only loss. Maybe they drop LSU because that's supposed to be a night game in Baton Rouge. I think they definitely dropped. Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing about Georgia. I was talking with Chess on our Unprofessional Sports Show. If you guys caught the premiere, Georgia has to go to Texas and Ole Miss, and they also got to go to Alabama. It's a brutal schedule for the Dogs. One of those games being at Ole Miss could be a loss. So don't count out the Rebels to upset the Dogs. Don't count that out just yet. Ole Miss looks good. I would say they get Florida in the swamp. I think Florida's going to be bad. Wake Forest, I really don't know what to make of them. Furman's a win. Middle Tennessee's a win. So they'll be 2-0, 3-0, let's say 4-0. Could beat Kentucky, probably will. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say going into that South Carolina game, they're 5-0. I think if they're beating these teams based on who's better, I would say that they win South Carolina. LSU, bye week, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Georgia. They could very well be undefeated before that Georgia game and then drop it. They could go 10-2. Honestly, shoot, they go 10-2 at worst, right? I mean, is that reasonable for Lane Kiffin? I would think so. I would think so. That's Ole Miss. By the way, it is time to promote this. If you have not checked it out already, I'll drop the link to it here in the comments section. But Ballard's Football Fever is a new website from Ballard Sports Media. You can check it out here. I put the link in the live chat comment section. If you're watching this back, we'll probably upload this video. Ballard's Football Fever, covering college football and high school football for the best fans out there on Wix.com. My grandmother said, probably don't use Wix, but I don't know what else to use out there. I've always used Wix. It's never really failed me. Latest article that we put out, we do all the Power Four plus the Group of Five and I guess the Pac-2 schools. But Tennessee Vols missing the playoffs will be devastating in 2024. Notre Dame and the path to a college football playoff in 2024 lose a little. And then we also got one talking about the Group of Five teams that could play spoiler in the playoffs this year. And then also our first one, Penn State's formula for greatness in 2024. I like what I got going so far. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in the chat, and I hope you come check us out at Ballard's Football Fever on Wix. That would be amazing if you could check that out. So, anyway, we got a few people watching. No one's really hit the back room yet. Let me see. You know what? Let me fix that. There, is that better? God. So yeah, didn't really plan anything out for the show tonight. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. And yeah, really appreciate it. We're gonna go live for college football games this year. We're definitely gonna try to do primetime games because I got my schedule worked out at work, to where I get off at 5 Central, and we come home and we'll do a primetime game. So, except for the weeks of September 7th and then the rivalry weekend in the Iron Bowl. So This is better. Let's not. No, hold on. I got to do something real quick. This is pissing me off. Give me 1 second. I got this new thing for my laptop, but I haven't been able to position it just right. Wonder if I put it right there, that would work. Perfect. I like this. I guess fall camp has kicked up for Alabama and Auburn. There's really the only two teams that matter too much in this state, but uh, Auburn Live put out fall camp highlights. I'll have to watch those a little later on. Heard some good things about Peyton Thorne, Jarquez Hunter, couple names to keep an eye on. Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson, the wide receivers for Auburn, going to be good this year. 5 stars, studs. They're going to ball out. I think Auburn is poised to have a great year. I think I put them about 8-4 at most. I think they lose some games. I don't think they get to the playoff, but they could get one of those New Year's Six. Possibly they could go 9-3. I just anyone out there that says, "Oh, Auburn's going to be terrible," I don't think they will. I think they're set up for good success. I mean, they could have one of those years where all they drop is Georgia and Alabama, but I think Oklahoma's going to be better. September 28th, they go to Jordan Hare. They got back-to-back road games with Missouri and Kentucky. I think they drop one of those, not both. I think they learned from their mistakes there. I would say 9-3 if you drop Georgia, Missouri, and Bama. Maybe you drop that Oklahoma game, but Oklahoma's side of things, you have to think that they're going to get a welcoming in the SEC there. They're also going to have to play a team like Tennessee to open things up, but they get them at home on September 21st before they go to Jordan Hare. Then they get that off week. Then they get the Red River rivalry. Really, really good there. Really good game there. I would take Texas right now, but Oklahoma obviously uh, winning that game last year. Amada, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Or if you talk conference realignment, you look at the Big Ten. Oregon's interesting. They get it pretty easy. Hey, they got one. They got 3, no 4 road games in the Big Ten, and they're all mid. UCLA, Purdue, Michigan. That's upper tier. But you got Wisconsin. Oregon's making the playoffs this year. I don't care what anybody says. I think they beat Ohio State at home. They might lose at the big house. That's really all I see. I think they'll be better than Washington. They'll get them on rivalry weekend. That'll be something to watch. I don't think they drop Oregon State. Let's see. Let's see. Jim Harbaugh is banned from college football. I see. Of course, I talked about that. I broke the news yesterday. I don't want to. I don't want to keep talking about Michigan scandal. I just. It's gotten to the point where it's annoying. I'm over it. I think college football fans should be over it. They really can't do anything to. I mean, he's with the Chargers. They can't really do much to Jim Harbaugh. I don't think they're going to strip the title from Michigan. I just don't. All right. So no one has joined the show so far. We still got people watching. If no one joins, that's fine. I don't care. But um, I'm just really excited for football. I love this community, and I just love talking with you guys. So give it a few more minutes. I didn't really plan much for this show. I figured no one really being live at the moment, at least what I've seen, other than maybe Mark Rogers. Other than that, like, I don't know. I figured we go live. Unless isn't Pigskin Pete? Is he bringing back his Wednesday call-in show? Let me check him out real quick. He might be. Go subscribe to Pigskin Pete. He was live last week. I know. I guess he's not live tonight. Okay, y'all go sub up Pigskin Pete. He's really really good. Let me see. There we go. Wrestling talk. What's up? Click that link, buddy. Oh, that's a good question. Dark, he meant horse. For the playoffs? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a dark horse has to be a team that has a chance, but you wouldn't expect that they actually make it, right? Like Alabama, Georgia, Texas are the SEC favorites. I look at the Big Ten with Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. Two of those got to get in there. I don't know. I'd have to pull up a list of teams real quick. In fact, I'll do that because I'm really not sure. I mean, would you consider Miami a dark horse? I think they could make it in. I just don't think they're one of the top favorites. I look at Miami. I look at maybe Oklahoma if they play their cards right in the SEC. I look at Utah in the Big 12. Of course, the coaches poll came out recently. Interesting that Washington was not in the rankings.
What's up, buddy?
Virginia Tech received some votes. What's up, man?
Not much, man.
I'm turning this music off now. I just needed hold music while we waited. Anyway, man, I don't know about dark horses, man. It's interesting. I mean, would it be weird to say Clemson could be a dark horse? It's weird to think about that, but like the ACC is kind of watered down at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Clemson would be a dark horse because they always have a really good defense. That's one of
their but their offense
things.
Is questionable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And their quarterback's terrible.
Yeah.
Where's everybody at? Come on, guys. Let's get in here. Comment with Ballard. Get all in here.
I don't know, but we're live.
1300.
I probably should have gone live on Facebook too. Let me see if that works.
Hey, man, don't be discouraged. We're talking. We're having fun. That's all that matters.
We are officially live on Facebook, so let me see if I can share that out, and maybe we'll get some friends on here because sometimes people show up from there. So let me.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when my Facebook got hacked? I still have the old page up for Ballard Sports Media with the old logo and everything. That's awesome. I didn't even know that was still up.
Yeah, I remember when it got hacked. I remember.
That's awesome. You see, I got to send a message. Hang out. I texted our friend Rooster. He said he's at least going to watch, but he said he might join. So I sent him the link.
Yeah, you guys help out Ballard. Let's support him. Ballard, you got a PayPal or a Cash App or anything you can put out there?
Not at the moment. I am still trying to get watch hours, though.
Yeah, let's get Ballard monetized. He's one of the hardest workers I know.
Yeah. All I got to do is talk very slowly. Very slowly. And it'll kill some time. It'll give us more time on the show.
Talk very slowly about college football and football.
Alabama and Nick Saban's oatmeal cream pies are going to be really good this year.
Hey, I tell you what, man, oatmeal cream pies, they're up there with the best snack in the world. Just saying.
They're not just up there. They might just be because they're soft. They're delicious, man. You get a glass of milk with them. You know what I'm talking about, Chess. You know.
Yeah, I've never had a glass of milk with them, man, because I'm lactose. So.
You know the story? You know the Nick Saban story behind that?
No.
He gets up every morning, has 2 little Debbie oatmeal cream pies and a cup of coffee, and that gets him going through the day. If he doesn't have, he talks about if he doesn't have it, he gets cranky.
He gets hangry.
Cranky.
Yeah, but he's probably got one cranky. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Kirby eats no oatmeal cream pies, but Kirby, he just screams and yells. That's about it.
Yeah. I would not want to be on the other end of that for sure. So do you agree? Have you looked at the coaches poll? Do you agree with all this? I think we
What's the
talked a
coaches poll?
little bit
Bring it
about
up.
it, but yeah,
Yeah.
Let me zoom in here. So Georgia is number 1, but then Ohio State, Oregon, Texas. I don't know. My gut wants to put Texas above Oregon, or at least put Texas.
Um,
Like I don't know. I think Ohio State's a little not like overhyped. I get the hype, but I don't know if they're the number 2 team this year. I think it's Georgia and Texas, and then Ohio State, then Oregon, even Bama at 5. Kind of like I know they got all the talent back and everything, but it kind of makes me scratch my head a little.
I will say this. Scroll back up to the top, Ballard.
Yeah.
So keep Georgia number 1. Ohio State is not number 2. Ryan Day cries like a baby with poop in his diaper constantly. Get them out of there.
Why are they number
Oregon does not
2? Why
deserve.
are they number 2 when they've lost 3 years in a row to Michigan? Cheaters.
Exactly. And why is Oregon number 3? Because they don't have anybody. Bo Nix spent 18 years in college football. He's gone. Put Georgia 1. Put Texas number 2. Put Ole Miss number 3. And I would put Bama. No, I would put Ohio State 4 and then Bama 5. That's mine.
Who in this? Where do you have Oregon then?
At the bottom. I'll take that back.
Florida
I
State?
would
How is
make.
Florida State? Look at Florida State being top 10 too. What is this?
I would put Missouri above Penn State, but not above
Yeah.
Michigan. I don't. Notre Dame's always in there every year. I don't know why, because they suck. But I definitely think Missouri needs to move up a couple spots because they're a really, really dangerous team this year. They're going to be.
Yeah, they could be sneaky. They could sneak up and surprise the SEC and show up in December if they wanted to. LSU, I think, is a little bit too high at 12. I would put Tennessee before I put LSU. That's just my personal opinion. Utah, I guess I could get them in the top 15 there. Clemson, oh my gosh. That's rough.
The good old
We'll come back to them. Yeah.
um,
Texas
USC
A&M.
23. That's hilarious. I can't stand
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley looks like somebody that wipes before he poops.
Did you get to see my top 25 poll?
No, what's your top 25 poll? I'm interested.
There you go. Let me know your
Let's see.
thoughts on it.
Georgia 1, 2. Okay, I would flip flop. I would put Texas 2 and Ohio State 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Yeah, I kind of went based though. Like I'm gonna be honest. I did a little bit of this based on popular opinion, so that way people wouldn't come at
yeah,
me a little bit. Because there's those Josh Pate fans and everybody out there.
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
And then I would take Missouri and put them over the Utah Utes, and I would put Tennessee over. I think Oklahoma deserves to be number 16, not 13.
Oklahoma at 16.
Oklahoma's overhyped.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then besides, I like your list. I like your top 25. I like it.
Yeah. I think Florida State starts out a top 10 team, but I don't know if it'll last long. They open with Boston College is the thing. Their schedule
Boston College.
it gets well no. They I take that back. They play Boston College on Labor Day, but they open week 0 with Georgia Tech. Now that's a dangerous team right there. Is Georgia Tech? I don't have them in my top 25, nor does the coaches poll have them in there. But they did get. No, you'll laugh at this. They didn't get any receiving votes. They're not listed. Wow. But they had a really interesting season last year. They bring a lot back. I would consider them a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you got to say, let's see how they do to start out the season. If they come away with the victory week 0, they'll be all right. Because I think they definitely make a bowl again.
What is the week 0 game? Do you know, Ballard? I'm curious.
Well, Georgia Tech and Florida State, but there's a couple others.
I'm giving Georgia Tech the loss on that one for sure against Florida State.
It's in Ireland. Now, the line is out officially for the game, and FSU's favored by 12. I guess I can see that. I don't know, man. For our buddy C-Dog and Rec Talk, I'm pulling for Georgia Tech in that one. Plus, Florida State getting mollywopped by Georgia last year and crying about not getting in the playoffs, and then they turn around and get that butt whooping. Stop it. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. I got to pull for Georgia Tech in that one, but Florida State's favored by 12.
I think Florida State has something to prove because after the mollywhopping we gave them,
yeah,
beat them 60-something to 7. Jordan Travis. Even if Jordan Travis would have played, they would have lost. I don't care.
It would have been closer, though. I'll give them that.
Maybe.
They still would have got kicked.
Our offense just ran. I've never seen Georgia. The last time Georgia ran over a team like that, well, of course, the TCU game, but when we played Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl in 2017, just run after run after run. Yeah. That shows the difference. That shows the SEC's where it's at. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. So what's your message to Clemson right now? Y'all got to play them again to open the season. It's in Atlanta. What's your thoughts, though? It is a noon game. It probably should be in prime time. I don't want to I know I'm an Alabama fan, but no one's going to tune in to watch that and stay up for it against Western Kentucky on ESPN. I think you would flip-flop those games, wouldn't you, technically?
Yeah, I don't know why we're playing Clemson at noon. The message I have for the Booty Hole Bandits is that your coach is a clown, just like Dan Mullen. You guys are irrelevant. We're going to beat you. Shout out to Pigskin Pete. You make all the videos you want, but you're going to be crying by the end of that game because I think it might be a massacre. Just saying.
Georgia's
not playing around this year.
Yeah.
We want that. Yeah. Go ahead.
The following night, USC LSU. That's going to be a good one in Las Vegas.
Come on, LSU.
Now, what's interesting?
Beat them.
Oh, I know. I'm with you. But LSU is actually opened up as a 6.5-point favorite. Listen, both of these teams are interesting. It's weird that Brian Kelly had defense and offense at Notre Dame. He was good on both sides. Where was their defense last year? I expect a little bit of improvement this year. I would let me ask you this. Forget sides of the ball. Chess, I got to ask you. Who would you trust more as a head coach between Lincoln Riley and Brian Kelly? And think about what Lincoln Riley's done with quarterbacks.
Okay. So, if I'm being realistic here, Lincoln Riley produces good quarterbacks in Heisman, but he does not produce national champions. He's terrible at recruiting. We all know this. I would go with Brian Kelly, if I'm being honest here. Brian Kelly all the way because LSU's more of a established program than USC, honestly. Give me LSU, man. I mean, good God. It wasn't too long ago they were, in the national championship winning it all, but not with Brian Kelly. But Give me Brian Kelly. I'll take him over Lincoln Riley all day, every day.
Yeah, and again, it's not to say that Lincoln Riley's not a good coach. He is a good head coach. He's proven that. Like he's won some bowl games. He's won season openers. He's had 10-win seasons. He's had Heisman winners at in Caleb Williams, and then 2 at Oklahoma with Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. My guy Jalen Hurts almost did it. Sorry, he didn't get it, but he's doing good with the Eagles. I'll give him that. But what he's done, the Pac-12, man, I know he's in the Big Ten now, but the Pac-12, when he came over last year, he knew he was going to have to step it up on defense, and he has no clue what he's doing. Now, Brian Kelly, I think, has a little bit more of a clue in what he's doing defensively than Lincoln Riley does, but I still say it's a little bit suspect on that side of the ball, and I just have to see it before I start believing in LSU's defense. Both got to replace key quarterbacks. I mean, 1 and 2 in the draft this year, and Williams and Daniels, respectively. Both are going to have some key holes. LSU opens a 6.5-point favorite in this game. You could take them on the money line for 215. Not that I understand what that is, but 62.5 is the over-under. It's in Las Vegas. Based on distance, it should probably favor in terms of the crowd USC, but don't count out LSU faithful to show up in this game. And if I'm being honest, I would have to take LSU. Not being an SEC homer, I'm just a bigger believer in Brian Kelly than I am Lincoln Riley. I'm with you, Chess.
I think Brian Kelly and Lincoln Riley have the same disease. They are built to be the prom king, but they end up leaving with no date. That's about it.
I've been
Lincoln
there.
Riley,
Been there.
Lincoln Riley literally turned his back on Oklahoma and went to USC. Lincoln Riley, he's a good coach, but I just don't think he has the mentality to win 90.
I think he should go to the NFL, take over the Bears, and coach up Caleb Williams or somebody. Go after somebody. He should have took an NFL job, man. I'm telling you, his style of quarterback play and everything would fit. I don't think he's fit out for college because you just have to have defense. And honestly, it's allergy season for Lincoln Riley. Listen, all year long, it is allergy season for him. And whatever program he's at, it seems like he's allergic to defense. And I'm not trying to bash him or anything, but he just doesn't play it. He doesn't coach it up.
And when people say defense wins championships, it actually does. Look at the past however many national champions. Michigan, dominant defense. Georgia, both years, dominant defenses. Alabama dominant
over
defense.
The years.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, and I legitimately mean this, but I hate to say, I don't hate to say it, but it's a new game, dude. It's anybody's game this year with the expansion of the playoffs. We're going to see a 2-loss national championship team in the future, Ballard. Do you realize that?
Oh, yeah.
This is 2007 all over again. Crazy year. What?
I'm excited for it, though.
LSU that won in 2007 with 2 losses? And Georgia had 2 losses, and Georgia was like the best team in the country towards the end of the year, but they didn't get in. So yeah. And we see all you trolls in the comment section. But you know what? We don't pay you no mind. All right? All right, Ballard? All right?
I see one of the names, though, Chess Hollis. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Exactly. You guys can troll all you want. Me and Ballard still going to be on here rocking it, having fun. We don't care. We're just on here to have a little bit of fun and talk some college football.
Here's another game we could look at, too. Drake May's gone. Mac Brown is still the head coach. North Carolina goes to Minnesota. PJ Fleck had a good year in 2019, but it seems like it's kind of been up and down. Always making a good bowl game, though. This is at Minnesota. You have anything you want to
Dude,
input on this game?
dude. Sorry for the noise. Or not South Carolina. North Carolina has disappointed me for the past. I don't know. The last. Okay. When Georgia played North Carolina in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game a couple years ago, I
Yeah.
was had high hopes on them, but they have burnt me and burnt me every year. So I'm going to go with Minnesota on this game right here because I just can't. They're just North Carolina's like Texas A&M with me, man. They burn me every year. I think they're going to be good, and then they just turn out to be dog crap.
Minnesota's offense really struggled in a couple games last year. I would trust. I just don't know about North Carolina's quarterback right now. I haven't looked too much into what Minnesota has either. This is at Minnesota. It's not even neutral site. Minnesota's 2.5 point favorites, over under 50.5. I would say it's a defensive game, but Minnesota, as they say up there, row the boat. They are going to row over North Carolina, in my opinion. I would take them right now. I think North
Minnesota.
Carolina still has a. I think North Carolina still has a pretty good year, but I don't know, man. I mean, Mac Brown, he's got to have another down year at some point, and I don't know, man. He's really really good, but this is going to be a tough year for him.
Uh, Ballard. Let's go ahead and
Uh,
tell the people the good news. What's premiering this Friday, buddy?
what is?
Oh, you know
I
what's
don't have
premiering this
anything
Friday.
scheduled. I don't have anything
Oh,
scheduled. What do you got scheduled?
Ballard, look at my logo, buddy.
Tomorrow
Liar.
night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, UGA and Bama Predictions. The Unprofessional Sports Show is back, baby. Let's go.
Yes, we are back and better than ever. We got our big boy pants on. We're back. The Unprofessional Sports Show. We're kicking butt and taking names. Look at this logo. Look at that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, we're back. Uh, with
We're
everybody saying,
back.
with everybody saying, professional sports show. Yeah. Um,
Hey, I just
I
got a
hope you
question.
guys enjoy it. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get a?
No, you can get a go dogs from me, but I'm not going to put a roll tide on there.
I
No roll
saw a
tide
meme.
comes out of my mouth.
You ever watch the movie A Christmas Story when you were growing up?
Yes.
Do you remember the Oh Fudge scene and then he had to bite the soap bar? It had a picture of Ralphie with the soap bar and it said when you hear your son say sick 'em.
Can I, Ballard, I know I don't, can I address this guy? He's an actual, I know him. Can I address that? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
Captain Price is from Modern Warfare, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but he's from Taylor Channel. Captain Price, what I did to Taylor and Ugga Boy and Crunk Man is really messed up. I didn't do anything to Taylor and Ugga Boy or Crunk Man. We lost our wrestling channel, and I lost my thing, and I couldn't pay a certain somebody anymore. I didn't do anything to him. Me and Taylor have been good. I haven't done anything to Ugga Boy or Crunk Man. I even offered Crunk Man and Ugga Boy to come back on the new wrestling channel we have. I haven't done anything to them. I love Taylor to this day. He calls me every once in a while. I haven't done anything to those guys. I didn't do anything to them. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't screw anybody over. I offered Taylor to come back, and Taylor couldn't do it. That's okay though. But I love Taylor, and I love Ugly Boy and Crunk Man. I didn't do anything wrong to them, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I have social medias. If you want to talk offline about this, we can. But I didn't do anything to them that I know of. So moving on. Anyways, Ballard, I am going to get off here because I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I gotta get up early in the morning. But, buddy, oh, okay, sure, yeah. um. Anyways, I'm not even gonna comment on that. That person's not worth commenting. But Ballard, you keep doing your thing, buddy. I love you. I mean it. You're awesome. And
Thanks.
you have a good night, buddy. Jesus loves you, and I love you, bro. And deuces. Peace out, brother.
Love you, Chess. Thank you, man. All right. Throwing his 2 cents in the pot. uh, Chess is my best friend, for real, on here at least. I got in-person friends too, but he's the best you could ask for. I mean that. What's going on with baseball? Check out some baseball scores, at least scores. I at least try to keep up with those. I try to watch it. Let's see what's going on here. Uh, Dodgers up on the Phillies? Are you kidding me? Phillies have like one of the better records in the league. I guess that's at Los Angeles, though. Okay. Gavin Stone's pitching. He's really, really good. Uh, let's see. Arizona won. How are the Braves? Come on. Marlins aren't even that good. You got shut out 7-0. And you lost 4-3. That proves that anything happens in baseball. It's proof. It's just proof right there. They play tomorrow morning, 11:20 Central. I'm going to the Braves Phillies game in a couple weeks. Excited. I'm from Alabama, Captain Price. I don't know how BVD is. I hope he's okay. Allard, show this. They should have two men's basketball schedules out for Alabama. I want to see who they got. I don't know when they release the whole schedule. They play at North Carolina December 4th. That'll be good. Outside of that, they haven't announced anything. Um, so cool. To go off. All right. I've run out of stuff to talk about, honestly. uh, sweet. Let's go. 2019. I want to go back so bad and like watch some old Alabama games from whenever, just to um. Love you too, Jess. Thank you, buddy. I don't know, just to kill the time before the actual action starts up, man. I need to go back and look through their schedules and be like, okay, this was a good game. Let's go find it. Because people like just upload copies of games all the time. Let's see, what was a good. It doesn't have to be a championship year, but what was like a really good season opener? Because they always had the neutral site, obviously, with Alabama up until last year. Who'd we open with 2017? Florida State in 2017. That's right. That was the championship second and 26 year. Thanks, Amada. Let me see. Let me find Roll Tide Graham. Roll Tide Graham. He's got a lot of Alabama games uploaded. Playlist. 2014. West Virginia, Alabama. Let me see what happened in that game. I'm checking FBS schedules, and then I'm looking at Roll Tide Graham's podcast, or his playlist, I should say. 12-2. That was the first year of the playoffs. We had a kickoff game in the Georgia Dome with West Virginia. Overtime with LSU. Duh. Highest scoring Iron Bowl. Lost to the Buckeyes. Uh, Classic Alabama games. That's like pre 2007. Got a lot of Iron Bowls or third Saturday games in here. Bear Bryant. Oh my gosh. Bear Bryant's last game, the 1982 Liberty Bowl, is on here. I'm saving this playlist. Heck yeah. Dude. I have to watch that later. '2010 Alabama Penn State came to Tuscaloosa. I remember the at Penn State 2011. I remember that 2011 season, period. Because that was a tornado year. They played the Orange Bowl against Michigan State. Let me see. Does Roll Tide Graham have the 2010 season? Because that wasn't a bad year. Well, I don't know. It was definitely they rebuilt. I don't know, man. 2010 Alabama, when I look back on that year, I look at a team just won a championship. The dynasty starts for Saban. They end up 10-3. You got to remember they had Greg McElroy. They brought in AJ McCarron to start out too. They lost the Iron Bowl. They lost to LSU. Those were close games. They lost by 14 to South Carolina. The offense really could never get going. And against the better offenses, they struggled. They did win a bowl, which is good, Capital One Bowl. At the time, it wasn't an expectation of let's go back to back or anything like that. They looked at Nick Saban and he won one. But then he kind of fell off there in 2010. But then when he went back to back in 11 and 12, it was like, holy cow! Like this guy's good, you know. But 2010, I don't really remember what everyone wanted to expect from Alabama, other than I guess just make a bowl game, you know. That's it. 2010 Bama. That was an interesting year. Very interesting year for sure. Just gonna start adding some games to watch later. I got a lot of them out there already, though. That's just crazy. What's up, Mayhem? How you doing? Good to see you. I was just kind of talking about some of the old Alabama games that Roll Tide Graham uploads. He's got like 18,000 plus subscribers, and he's always uploaded Alabama games. Is the microphone on? It should be. Testing 1, 2, 3. Sounds good. Washington and Alabama in the Peach Bowl. Gosh, I'm finding some good old Alabama games. If anyone has any recommended like college football games I need to go back and watch on YouTube, let me know. It doesn't have to just be Alabama. I don't know. I'm trying to watch football before football gets here, you know. What's up, Waylon? Good to see you. What did we do? Auburn was not the only team we lost to in 2013, was it? Who else we lose to? Oklahoma. We were undefeated though going into that kick six game, but we opened up. We opened up in Atlanta with Virginia Tech. Interesting. 2015 was a championship run. Only loss was Ole Miss. That Cotton Bowl, man, made me so proud against Michigan State. Louisiana Monroe. 2008, Bama and Georgia. uh, that's funny. $2008. Did my parents? I thought they went to that game. 2008, Bama and Clemson to open things in the season. Let me see. JP Wilson was still the quarterback in 2008. You talking about the Clemson game, Waylon? You were at that one? We played a lot of teams in Atlanta. My parents were there at that game. I think. They went to one year, I thought they went to a season opener or something. I remember at least watching that game, and my parents, I'm pretty sure they went to that game. I don't know. Mercer 2021. I'm watching a game tonight. I just don't know which one I'm going to watch. Oh, man. What's tomorrow? Thursday. What do I got? Work at 5. Doctor's appointment at 2:15. Anyway, that's going to do it, man. Appreciate Waylon for showing up in the comments. Amada, Wrestling Talk, Gavin Price. Appreciate all of you. Love you all. Chess, thanks for coming on, buddy. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good rest of your Wednesday night.
Roll Tide!